KAI Private School is a grade 1 through 12 Canadian global school accredited by the Ontario Ministry of Education. Our campus is located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, but we make earning an international diploma accessible worldwide by partnering with international schools. We have a completely turnkey solution, which includes proprietary curriculum content, a learning management system, school information system, comprehensive training for partner school staff and teachers, a clear process to ensure ease of delivery, and incredible communication and teamwork with our partner school to ensure we service their staff and students like they are our own. The Ontario Secondary School Diploma is amongst the best curriculum globally, highly rated by prestigious post-secondary institutions, making it an exceptional sought-after education model. Upon completing the OSSD curriculum, students are well prepared for higher education in top universities across the globe. The OSSD is accepted at all universities worldwide and is valued the same as the IB program. The difference being the IB program is geared towards only one learning style, and the OSSD is developed to support all learning styles. KAI partner school students will have access to unlimited live tutoring, top academics including university pathways to computer science, medicine, engineering, design, health sciences, arts and business, many virtual clubs to choose from, guidance and support for university applications, the option to add live lessons to the program, and top educators and phenomenal support. Partner schools may choose to run the OSSD as their only curriculum or add it to their existing choices to give students more opportunities. Every student registered at a KAI partner school is considered a Canadian student and is given an Ontario education number. This allows students to apply to universities in Ontario using the OUAC 101 application. This is a huge advantage. Our students have been accepted at top universities worldwide.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity, and finding opportunity is a matter of believing is there. My name is Sylvester Ukunna. I'm the moderator for this special webinar. And it's really very important for us to actually discover new opportunities, not just discovering new opportunities, to also run with those opportunities as they come our way. You're especially welcome to this first edition of this webinar because apart from today, in the nearest future, you're going to be having wonderful experiences, taking you through wonderful discussion on opportunities that are open to young people, parents, and Nigerians as far as crafting a new path for themselves and making it count. Really, today we're talking about studying in Canada, the opportunity it provides, looking at the mileage we can actually get within the space or the geographical space of Nigeria. Study in Canada, the Nigerian mileage. It might interest you to know that in recent years, Nigerians are relocating abroad to countries such as United Kingdom, Canada, United States, Germany, among others, being their choice of destination. And of course, the Association of Nigerian Students in Europe on Wednesday said over 3 million Nigerians are currently studying in higher institutions in different countries across Europe. Now we bring to you opportunity that you can run with and key into it, and in the nearest couple of months, you will just be smiling. I have very wonderful guests in the house to actually discuss how it is possible to leverage on the Nigerian mileage to study in Canada. We have very wonderful speakers from Nigeria and outside Nigeria to be able to discuss these extensively. So without wasting much time, I'm going to introduce my speakers and panelists. I'm starting with Laurie. Laurie, after graduating from the Carleton University in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, with a BA English in Law, Laurie continued her studies at Duville College in Buffalo, New York, where she received her Bachelor of Education and became certified with Ontario College of Teachers. Over the last 25 years, she has taught both elementary and secondary students and obtained her specialist in special education, reading, technology, and Google Educator. She has also written a curriculum for the Ministry of Education, as well as being a reviewer and editor of the ministry course curriculum. She worked as a high need coordinator for children with special needs and spearheaded an online program for a large school board with 82 schools. Laurie founded KAI Global School, that's Canada Academy International Global School, in 2015, which now has over 20 partner schools worldwide. There are 2-day campuses in Ottawa, Ontario. One has been in existence for the past 25 years. I must quick, Laurie, you're welcome to this session. Good to have you around. And I must point out quickly that you can actually watch us live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Follow us and follow the discussion, drop in your questions, and anything that is a major concern to you, just drop in. I'm sure that my guests will be able to trash them one after another. And of course, I need to also introduce to you, of course, I've been introduced to you, Laurie from Canada Academy International. It is also very important that I introduce to you Ms. Abiola Lamikorak. Over 30 decades in the educational sector in Nigeria, she is the head of school, City of Knowledge Academy. Ms. Abiola Lamikorak, you're welcome to this session. Good to have you. And she's actually live from Doha in Qatar. All right. I hope you watched the finals of the World Cup.
Oh yes, I did. I did.
All right. Good to have you around. And
thank you.
And of course, my third panelist is Moronke Orunesajo. She is the Chief Executive Officer, Lead Consultant of Surface Agency Limited, a company based in Lagos, Nigeria, that specializes in foreign education advisory, visa consultancy, and immigration services. She's a dynamic educationist with master's degree from the University of Lagos, a career counselor by heart, and rich experience of more than 2 decades at various senior levels, where she had achieved many recognition in competitive areas of overseas student placement, foreign universities, and representation and consular matters. And we're going to be discussing things relating to visa application and all of that. And I'm sure she's going to do justice to that. Ronke, you're welcome to this session as well. Good to have you around. You have traveled
thank you very much, Sylvester.
Wide and round the globe, and your experience cannot be overemphasized. Good to have you. I want to recognize, yes, I can see some people are actually logged on from on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. You are all specially welcome. You can drop your question. We will really appreciate you drop your question so that my panel and my speakers can trash all the questions and all your concern as far as studying in Canada, within the Nigerian space is concerned. All right, fine. Let's start this way. Laurie, I'm going to start with you. We're going to look at let's do a brief insight into Canada Academy International and the CKA partnership, really. Canada is in Canada and City of Knowledge Academy is in Nigeria. It's a very wonderful partnership. What's this partnership all about and what are the opportunities open to this type of wonderful partnership?
Sure.
Yes, Laurie.
So thank you for having me. My name is Lori Lavallee, and I'm the principal and director of Canada Academy International, also known as KAI Global School. And we have been around for quite a while. We have 2 campuses in Ottawa. One has been around for 25 years, and then the other one is going to be opening in September of 2024. We were supposed to open a few years ago, but the pandemic slowed down the process of that. We're very excited about it. And then we have KAI Global School. So this is our, we're very proud of KAI Global. We partner with with schools worldwide so that the schools can offer the Canadian High School Diploma, which is the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, the OSSD. And we partner with schools and we are able to we're able to bring new curriculum, the latest pedagogy and the latest ed technology into other countries and share it with schools that we've chosen to work with us. And it's a wonderful opportunity and we're excited about it. We're excited about being in Nigeria and welcoming your children.
All right, thank you very much, Laurie. Ms. Lamekora, we want to shed a little more light on this partnership with Canada Academy International, City of Knowledge Academy angle. You're muted. You could unmute yourself, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of those that have joined us this evening to find out much more about what we have to offer. Yes, Kanata approached us a few months ago and described their program. And it was, it's so apt, you know, so timely, because just as Mr. Ogona had said at the beginning, a lot more Nigerians are now seeking for opportunities to be able to get educated abroad. And what better way could they do than to start off in Nigeria and then be able to transit even into Canada seamlessly and smoothly. And not just Canada, but actually other countries of the world. And so when we had a look at the program and all that it had to offer, and we knew perfectly well that we already have the facilities that are required for this sort of partnership, we said, oh, we were open to the excellent opportunity. And so here we find ourselves today.
All right, that excellent opportunity. Like I mentioned before, to see an opportunity, we must be open to all thoughts. Yes, when you see an opportunity, you must be open to all thoughts. And when we don't open up to opportunities, we actually miss out on very great opportunities. Did you know that analysis of data by the Central Bank of Nigeria showed that Nigeria spent over 221 million on foreign education between December 2021 and February 2022. And CBN data, according to a report by local newspaper The Punch, showed that in December 2001, Nigeria spent 90.67 million on foreign education. In January 2022, a total of 90.67 US dollars and 60,222,730 was spent on foreign education, while 69.9 million US dollar was spent in February 2022. Now, with this huge amount spent in foreign education, it becomes really a concern why Nigerians will have to move from Nigeria to elsewhere to study. And that is why it is really very important that partnership such as this between KAI and CKA is really very important. Laurie, you said something about the OSSD program. That's the Ontario State Secondary School Diploma Program. Would you want to shed more light on it so that we actually know what this OSSD program is all about, Laurie? You probably need to unmute yourself a little.
Sorry. And I also want to apologize. I know it's very bright behind me. Normally you would be able to see the beautiful landscape outside, but we've had a huge snowstorm. So I think it's all the snow reflecting off of the glass. But so the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, we are considered one of the top 5 diplomas in the world. And the diploma is accepted everywhere. So you won't find a university in the world that does not accept the OSSD. The Ontario Secondary School Diploma is known for its innovation and forward thinking. Students do not get assessed based solely on exams. So we have moved away from the rote learning, memorizing, and then saying everything they know during an exam and then quickly forgetting it afterwards. The universities aren't looking for that anymore, and the economic sectors are not either. They're looking for students that can take the knowledge that they have and apply it. And so our program is really application based. We assess conversation, observation, and product. So this allows us to have differentiated learning, and which allows us to meet many different, all learning styles. Oftentimes people will ask me, what is the difference between the IB program and the OSSD? Because everybody knows the IB program, which is a fabulous program, and it has been around for many years. It's a very rigorous program, and it's really catered towards one learning style, which is the high-performing academic independent learner. And not every student is like that. We all learn differently. And the OSSD, we are regarded just as highly, but we cater to all learning styles. So we're able to differentiate our curriculum so that all students are able to be successful. And we're able to do this through our content plus through our assessments as well.
Okay, you talked about the difference between the OSSD and the IB program. We also actually run other programs in Nigeria, like the IGCSE, the WAEC, and all of that. Would you really want to shed a little more light between, the difference between the IB, the A-levels, foundation program, and WAEC or IGCSE? What's really
Sure.
what makes the OSSD program different, really?
So there's so many great things about every country has their own national curriculum and great aspects about it. To explain to you sort of the benefits of having the OSSD right now. So the IGCSE is another, the British curriculum has also, has been around for a long time, especially in your part of the world in South Asia. It is a longer program than the OSSD. So there's one extra year to be able to be equivalent to the OSSD. And it's more exam based. So if I was to say what are the benefits of the OSSD, I would say that it's one less year that students have to be in school. And it's also OSSD is not as exam based. For the WAEC, because many Nigerian students come to Canada, especially since the pandemic, a lot of students it used to be mainly the United States that we would see that's where Nigerian students would go. And then it's become very popular for Nigerian students to come to Canada, which we're very excited about. But when they come with just the WIAC, what ends up happening is the majority of students that have the WIAC will have to do a college diploma, a 2 or 3 year college diploma, and then transfer over to a university diploma. And this is what happens with a number of different national curriculums. And it's just because our curriculum is so different that students have to, we have to fill in the gaps before so they can be successful. And so even if a student gets their WIAC and then does the foundation year, the pre-varsity year, that is enough they will get their OSSD that way. So that's the other bonus, is that students can start at any time with us. The Ontario Ministry of Education has made this very feasible for us to do, because we are able to grant students what's called equivalency credits based on the academics that they did prior. And this can really help students and really help bring down the amount of work that they have to do. So IGCSE, so yeah, those were the two that, so those are the biggest reasons why I think the OSSD is amazing. But also, when students come to Canada, they are able to apply through the 101 application. And this is the domestic application. There's a 101 OUAC and then the 105 OUAC. The 105 is for international students. Now, in Canada, about 80%, 70 to 80% of spots in universities are reserved for domestic students. And then the rest of the spots it's competitive between international students. So it's much more difficult to get into the competitive programs like engineering, medicine, dental, commerce, business. And so that when a student has their OSSD, they're now competing just with the domestic students for 80% of spots. So that opens up their chances exponentially. They get an Ontario education number. And I know I'm jumping ahead here, but I think it kind of fits into what we're talking about. So the Ontario education number is granted to every student as soon as they enroll with CKA with the OSSD program. So we are able to grant them an Ontario education number, and this number stays with them forever. And so it has many benefits to it, one of them being that they can apply through the 101. The second being that it could potentially help with immigration down the road if a student wants to become a permanent resident at some point. It's helpful if they became a permanent resident, because especially if they decide to do a program like medicine, because right now in Canada is an amazing time for students to come to be doctors or registered nurses. We are really short in the healthcare right now, and we're desperately looking for international doctors and nurses. So you could come here, students could come to Canada, and because if they get their permanent residency before, but also because they have their OEN, so just because they have their Ontario education number, they have more of a chance of getting into medical schools, because it's the exact same. Every province actually has to save 70% of their spots for candidates in that province. And so in Ontario, your child would be part of that 70%. Now, if they were able to get their permanent residency before going to medical school, a whole host of other benefits open up, because then they're eligible for Ontario scholarships, bursaries, and awards, and also they would be eligible for the Canadian tuition fee, which is a huge cost savings.
Oh, all right, that's quite interesting, and looking at how robust this OSSD program is. Let's talk about how KAI provides this OSSD program. I think that's really very important. What are the pathways? How do one actually register to begin this program? Really, how
How do we?
does KAI really provide this OSSD program?
Sure. Sure. So basically what we do is we partner with a school, and in many of the schools will offer different curriculums, and they will choose to offer the OSSD. We provide everything that the school needs. We provide access to our digital learning platform, which is basically an educational hub that provides the curriculum and resources, assessment and evaluation center, and lots of training resources. Then what happens is that we train the teachers in Nigeria on the OSSD curriculum. And this is a thorough training program, and it's ongoing. So it's not just that we train in the beginning, but we work as a team, a collaboration forever until they decide maybe they don't want us anymore. But we work hand in hand. We're truly a partnership. The teachers in Nigeria so there's different models of what we can do, but from talking to your head of school, I think probably what it'll be is that it'll be the teachers in Nigeria will deliver lessons, plus the teachers in Canada will also deliver some live Zoom lessons as well. And those live Zoom lessons are done at your child's school time. So it's not on in our time zone, it's on your time zone. Okay. And then we do also, every child is given access to our 24-hour live tutoring platform. And so this tutoring platform allows them to access a live tutor in every subject, any time of day, holidays and everything. So on top of that, they can ask questions in every subject, but they can also upload essays to get them reviewed. It's a great learning tool, and it just really provides students with more support than they've probably ever had. And they can also use this tutoring platform in their other curriculum if they are doing a dual diploma or whatever. We don't mind if they use it for that as well. So then what happens is the teachers in Canada, we are in charge of the assessment and evaluation. Now, that is how the ministry allows us to do this. So our teachers will do the marking, the assessment and evaluation, but this does not mean that the teachers in Nigeria don't have a say in the assessment and evaluation. So what ends up happening is that we give these assessments back to the teacher in the classroom, and she or he goes through and approves everything. And basically, it just gives the teacher in Nigeria more time to do more student-centered one-on-ones with helping the students with the lesson, and not as much time marking and assessing.
All right, thank you very much. It's quite enlightening. Let me bring Ronke to this discussion now. Let's discuss the opportunities open to students taking the OSSD program. Ronke, you've traveled, far and wide, and what these opportunities entail. So we want to add one or two things, in terms of opportunities that are open to students who actually take this OSSD program. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, again. Mm-hmm. One very important thing about this global partnership that I have noticed with other schools that have done it is when we talk about finances, for instance, Canadian education, yes, is fantastic. I mean, it's of global, it has global repute and all that. And Nigerians, we really want to key into what is going on in the world right now. But the major issue that, from my experience with placing students abroad right now, is our finances. One major advantage that I think that Nigerian students can get from this global initiative between Canada and CKA, City of Knowledge Academy, is enormous savings. For instance, placing a student in a Prevarsity school in Canada right now, it's about between 40,000 and 55,000 Canadian dollars. It's very expensive. Parents can save a lot of money in 1 year, get a lot of savings that 1 year. Parents can also get their kids to stay at home and mature a little bit more before sending them off to Canada. Then another advantage that I see is what Laurie has already talked about: the students becoming like domestic students from day one. That will help them in the future with permanent residency. So I think I would like to talk a little bit at this junction. Maybe for the sake of our Nigerian listeners, I'd like to talk a
Okay.
little bit about Canadian education.
Okay. So,
Hello.
Laurie, I don't know if you want to add one or two things as regards opportunities open to students taking the OSSD program. Laurie, you want to add one or two things? You're mute.
Thank you. I don't want to repeat what Ronki said, but I wasn't able to hear very well for some reason. So for the benefits, there's many different things, but we use a lot of programs in our grade 12 foundation program that the universities use. And so when our students go to Canadian University or American University, they feel very prepared. And so that's our goal. So basically, we work very hard to service our students and the partner school staff to make sure that everybody has everything they need to run the program properly, for students to be very successful when they go to university. We offer guidance counseling. We have in our program, we use virtual labs, case studies, simulations, gamification, all sorts of different things that students love. And let me see if I'm missing anything here that I wanted to mention about it. We also have many clubs that we try to do as much as we can to get people involved with other students worldwide and Canadian students. And so we have many clubs that we run. They're virtual clubs like Minecraft, anime, health and wellness, a book reading club, a math club. And we also join a lot of well-known competitions worldwide. So for example, right now, I think we're just finishing up the Wharton School of Business, a very famous business school in the United States, runs a simulation and an investment simulation every year. And so we put in a team this year for the first time. And we started out, we were in 200th place for a while, and we're now in the top 10. And so that's really exciting to us. And it could mean that somebody has to go.
Congratulations, really.
Pardon?
I said congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we're so excited about it. And then we also do different math competitions that look really good in a student portfolio. The University of Waterloo runs some amazing ones. We even do math competitions from the United States that are well known. We try to help students have a diverse portfolio at the end.
Okay, fine. So before I let you go, what are the criteria for choosing partner schools, really, Laurie?
So fundamental values of academic integrity are really important, so that the school also values honesty, trust, fairness, respect, responsibility, that they have the infrastructure to provide up-to-date educational technology, that it is run by strong leaders, a pillar in the community, and CKA meets all of these criteria plus more. So we are thrilled to be partnering with CKA. Thank you.
Yes.
Were you able to hear me?
Mr. Ogona, are you still with us?
All right, thank you. I don't know, Roka, if you want to say one or two things. You've been running this partnership with.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes,
yes.
yes, Ronke, because I would like you to also then talk about the visa applications and the university applications and things as regards Nigerian parents and students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. During this OSSD program, after students have registered for it, very early in the school year, like in January, after they've done their first semester exam, that's when we make this visa application. We make this visa application because it's not only Nigerians that want to get into Canada. From all over the world, a lot of people want to get into Canada to go to school. So right now, the Canadian immigration system is overwhelmed. There are so many applications. So one of the tricks that we use is to apply very early. As soon as the students finish their first semester, first term exam in January, after they've, registered with OUAC as a domestic student, we quickly put in this application. We apply very early. It's one of the ways to get your application looked into quicker. Not wait till like a lot of people are applying and all that. We talk to parents about this application processing, this visa processing. We tell parents how much, if they have gained money from staying with KAI and City of Knowledge Academy, if they've stayed with them for 1 year and gained a lot of money instead of sending the child off to Canada, they can continue to gain or save money by applying to getting good schools on time. When you the advantage of early application is that you are able to get into the type of schools that, for instance, a lot of Nigerians, when they talk about Canada, they're only talking about Toronto, they're only talking about Ontario. There are lots and lots of schools in the US, in Canada, that you can apply to when you apply early and that you can get. Then we talk to parents about finances. You need 1 year tuition. You need 1 year tuition, and then you need $10,000 living expenses. We also talk to them about the type of school that all of the schools have like the same quality, the higher institutions. So you do not need to break the bank before when you apply on time and when you pick schools that you can afford. You can afford, if it is universities that you can afford from day one, you pick universities. If it is colleges, you pick. So we make this application at our agency, and by April, we've already had a response from this app. We have had a very good success with these applications because of the time that we apply and because of the kind of counseling that we give to parents when they come to us, or students in general when they come to us. We take them through the process, we present very strong applications, and then they take advantage of the strong, of all that they have gotten from Canada Global to get into school on time.
All right. So basically, we want to shed a little more light on the chances of OSSD student on visa application.
Okay, because these are not older students like people that maybe like postgraduate, maybe graduate programs. Because these are young people that are going to Canada, most of the onus of the proof of what is going to happen actually rests on the parents. We advise parents, once you have made up your mind that this is what you are going to do, as soon as you register, for instance, with City of Knowledge Academy, you start to work on your bank statements, on your financial, on your proof of funds. You start to work. You do not wait till when the child is about to finish the USSD program before you start to work on your proof of funds. We ask them to work on their bank statements because you need to show Canadian immigration 4 months bank statement. a bank statement of 4 months duration. Canadian immigration wants to look at, is this a pattern with you? This foreign education that you are endeavoring to, is this a pattern? Is this something that will make your family go bankrupt? And they want to see your bank statement in the last 4 months. So we work with parents. Once we know that we want to apply, for instance, we're going to be applying in January. From September, we start to, whatever we need to do with the bank statement, we start to put money, we start to make sure that this becomes like a pattern for this family. We do not go and do sudden cash flow when it is about time to do the application. So when Canadian immigration gets bank statement of their bank statement of the last 4 months, they will see that this is like a pattern in this family. This family can do this comfortably. Not that this family, towards the time that they want to do application, the application will go and put in a lot of money. So we work. So as soon as they start with City of Knowledge Academy, we come to do a kind of a presentation, a kind of a visa application presentation, preparing them for that time, for early visa application, for strong proof of funds, strong documents, because this is unlike other kids that they will be asking, will you come back or not? For a child that finishes the OSSD program, for instance, if it's the parents that are actually like on trial. So if it is both parents are going to sort this out. We are going to be working with both parents to be prepared so that like in January or February, when we are ready to put in this application, they are prepared. We present very strong applications in our agency. We have like 98% success rate. We have done this for years.
Thank you very much. That's quite reliable. All right, let's look at the CKA. Let's discuss the CKA. What is CKA actually bringing to the table, Ms. Lamikora?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, one of the things, I'll start from where Laurie actually ended off when she was talking about the criteria for the partner schools. And she talked about the values, shared values, and also strong leadership. And these are the things we have going for us in CKA. We do have strong leadership. We hold our core values very dear. And our culture, our ethical pillars of culture, character, and confidence, they actually underpin all of the activities that we have in school. We also have a very strong pastoral system because we're a full boarding school. With a full boarding school, that enables you to build up a culture that is not easily influenced. Having said that, we are also a 21st century school, and so we are open to everything that the 21st century has to offer. But one thing that we do realize is that young people do need boundaries, and so we set these boundaries in a loving and caring atmosphere. And there are very many extracurricular activities that we also run in the school, which the people who register for the PVP will also be part of. And all of these things are, the primary thing actually that we focus on are leadership skills. And, with leadership skills, you're also talking about reliance, you're talking about determination, perseverance, you're talking about integrity. Because one of the things that also underpins this program is that when the children do their work, because most of this is going to be submitted online, we have to be very sure that it's their own work, and things like plagiarism should not be part of what we are doing. And all of this comes from the strong ethos of integrity. So those are the things that we bring to bear as a community. We can assure parents that your children are going to come in, they're going to be very well looked after. They are going to come, they're going to acquire quite a number of skills, because that's what the 21st century is all about, 21st century skills. We would always focus on that. So those are the things that we are bringing to bear. And we also we will not also be permitting bad behavior, which is why we will be asking for letters from the previous schools that the children have attended. That's not to say that we are going to say no to children who probably had one or two things under their belt that they shouldn't, because we believe that in a loving and caring atmosphere, and with quite a lot of counseling, oh yes, children would definitely be able to adapt, and the better individual will come out of each one of them, so that by the time they finished in CKA, they would be finishing much stronger than when they started, both academically and also emotionally and socially. Thank you.
All right, you almost took the question out of my mind. Well, of course, we know that the bane of the society these days is actually managing discipline, among young people. So we want to add one or two things in terms of management of discipline among young people. Those are some of the challenges we've had in recent times as far as our society is concerned. What's your take on that, Ms. Lamkara? You unmute yourself.
Okay, apologies. Now, educators at whatever level that they are role models. And so the very first thing is that, as all of our staff, all of our teachers are professionals with proven character, proven experience, and we always have a lot of in-house training and also external training for our teachers. Outside of that, we also run house point systems, which the students themselves will be involved in. And so you will get rewarded for good behavior, and you will get sanctioned for bad behavior. And we are not, we know that the Prevarsity course is just an extension of the school. And so the same sort of boundaries that have been set for the younger ones will also be set for the older ones. In fact, we are going to hold them to a higher standard of behavior, because we expect them to also be role models, because they will be the apex class in the school. The thing about it is that the question gets asked that can leadership be taught? Can integrity be taught? Can character be taught? But all of these things can actually be taught, but it depends on how it is put about. And in CKA, we do a lot of social and emotional education, because we know that it's something that can be taught. And once the children know what is expected of them, and they see the adults in the community also exhibiting those things that they have been told, then it's easier for them to also fall in line. And we also embrace the commitment and the cooperation of parents as well. Parents that are, CKA parents know perfectly well that we would appreciate it if they work with us, so that we are all on the same page and we can get the same results. And remember, one of the reasons why we are also promoting this program is that it gives the Nigerian students one more year in Nigeria, inculcating our very good Nigerian family values. And which means that when they go off abroad, they won't easily forget where they're coming from. Thank you.
All right, Laurie, I wouldn't know if you want to add one or two things in relation to discipline, really, managing discipline among young people.
Sure. Now, what we see, because we're not on the ground like CKA staff is, but a couple of things that we do see are, sometimes plagiarism and late submissions. Those are kind of the bane of our existence here. So what we do for plagiarism actually is we really try to use it as a teaching example. So we do many plagiarism workshops. And so we invite students have to attend at least one throughout the school year. But if a student does plagiarize, then we have them attend again so that we can go over it. But what we've also worked into this is that we try to avoid this happening by asking all of our students to upload any of their writing to our tutoring platform and giving feedback. And oftentimes the tutors will catch if there was unintentional plagiarism and then teach the child how to properly cite. For late submissions, what we do is we work hand in hand with the teacher in Nigeria. But if a student is, a week or more late with an assessment, then we make sure that everybody knows a formal letter goes. And it's not so much to be upset with the child, it's to really help them be successful and not fall behind.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. We're on live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and of course, you can see a few people who are, some people who are hooked up live with us. I can see Abdullahi Miriam, Olukola Janik Kini Festiku Koyu Adewale, Edwin Bankole, Kolapo Emmanuel, Usaya Adeyemi, Ìgbà Òyìnbó Abíọ́dún Frederick Oyèdọ̀yìn, Adébáre Egunjọbí, Olúbùnmi Adédèjì, it's Abdulafiz, Lékè Adékànbí, Fẹ́mi Oyèdọ̀yìn, and we can also see quite a number of questions. Fortune Olawale and all of that. All right. Let me quickly take one question from the audience now. What is the exact duration? This is from Femi Oyedoyin. What is the exact duration for this program? After the program, what's next? And can you help students process admission into university in other countries? Laurie.
Sure. So the duration of the program is 6 to 10 months. It depends on what the school, how it fits into the school's calendar, basically. And after the program, what's next? So during the program, actually, we help students apply to universities, not only in Canada, but abroad as well. We will then provide assistance to students. Oftentimes, students will need letter of enrollment and predicted grades, letters of reference, and we do all of that. So we're very busy. Actually, this time of year right now, I find is one of our busiest for university applications. So do we help with process admissions into universities in other countries? Yes, we have had students go to university in Australia, Hong Kong, India, the United States, UK, Canada. I know Singapore. I know I've forgotten some, but we've had students get into top universities worldwide, and we offer assistance for that as well. And if the school also offers assistance, we work hand in hand with them. What are the available courses? Sorry, you know what, and I forgot to mention this. This is really important. We offer pathways. So students will choose their pathway. And this depends on what they want to do in university. So we have a computer science pathway, engineering pathway, business commerce pathway, medical pathway, health science pathway, just regular social science and general education. And I'm sure, we also have fine arts pathway. We have digital media. We have everything, really. And so like anything that your child wants to do, we're pretty much able to do it. We offer, portfolio help for those students who are applying to any art-based type degree, even architecture, and some engineering diplomas also require a portfolio.
All right, thank you. Before I let you go, there's another question that I think you'll probably address, Laurie, before we move on. There's a question here said, is the program the same as A-level? I know you talked about the difference too, but this is a more specific approach.
It's equivalent to the A-level. So our program, A-level is considered equivalent to the OSSD in the fact that you would need an A-level to be able to go to university in Canada. So the difference is that students have to go an extra year for the A-level with IGCSEs. But we have students sometimes will get their O-level or their A-level and then do our program afterwards. There's many different ways to do it.
Okay. Okay, fine. I probably would. It would probably be Ms. Lamikora that will answer this. It says, "Thanks for the in-depth analysis of the OSSD program, but what are the prerequisites for enrollment?" Yes, Ms. Lamikora.
Just like Laurie had answered and said that there are so many ways in which you can join into the OSSD program. But for us in CKA, what we would be looking at would be you've already finished your West African Examination School Council examinations. You've gotten the results, or you might be awaiting results, and then your IGCSE also results would also be valid. And of course, if you have gone through A levels in Nigeria and you still want to come through this pathway as well, you are also very welcome. Because I think that's yes.
All right, fine. When is CKA does open for admission, Ms. Lamiko and Lepa, we could just follow up on that, really.
Yes, we are ready to receive students from January 16th to be precise.
Okay. All right. We talked about admission requirements. Who are eligible to register for this program? Laurie?
Oh, sorry. So for admission requirements to the program, basically it depends on, so if they're just doing the foundation program, we take transcripts from grade 9, 10, and 11, and we are able to grant equivalency credits for those credits. Now, sometimes if a student doesn't have a prerequisite for a course, we will also fit that into their schedule. So for example, if a student picks engineering as a pathway, an engineering student will take in grade 12 calculus and vectors, advanced functions, English, and physics. So what if they didn't take physics in grade 11? So what we would do then is that first term they would take the grade 11 physics, and then second term they would take the grade 12 physics to make sure that they had the prerequisite.
All right. I think Ruka already talked about advantages of running the program here in Nigeria. Yes, we talked about the advantages of the program. So, Ruka, what is or are the advantages of running the program here in Nigeria? How is it a benefit? How is it an advantage of staying in Nigeria to actually run this program?
Okay, it saves the parents a lot of money. The average of going to Canada for this program will be like between, we just finished placing someone, it's like 55,000 Canadian dollars. I don't know how much this will cost, but because the child will be living at home here, and because the child will be in a school in Nigeria and all that, I think it will be much more cheaper than paying 55,000 Canadian dollars. You get to keep your child at home, because here in Nigeria, children finishes high school around 16, 17. We all know that boys do not mature as fast as girls. And the problem that we have noticed with kids going abroad too early is this lack of, what is it called?
Monitoring.
This lack of maturity, and they are not grounded in the things that they should be grounded in here. And who knows what kind of secondary school that they finish from. One of the reasons why I'm so glad that City of Knowledge Academy is doing this program is because everybody knows City of Knowledge Academy, the level of pastoral care, not to talk of the serene atmosphere and all that. Maybe there's something that the child has missed in the last 6 years where they're coming from. I think one more year at City of Knowledge Academy will help them a lot. In leadership training and all that, in integrity and all that. So getting your child to stay at home with you for an additional year before sending them out into the world, and not paying through your nose. I think these are great advantages of running this program here.
All right, thank you. As we round off now, I'll probably start off with Laurie. What's your rounding off note really as far as this discussion is concerned? Studying in Canada, the Nigerian mileage really, Laurie.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, I said as to round off. So what's your last your last words really?
So as I mentioned in the beginning, we're very excited to be partnering with this school in Nigeria. I believe that we will be able to really benefit from each other. We enjoy this so much. My staff is excited about it, and we will work very hard to service your child and service CKA and make sure that you have a fantastic program and that your child gets all the support they need to, follow their dreams, go to the university that they want to, and make sure not only do they go to it, but that they're very prepared when they go. We're looking forward to meeting your children, and please don't hesitate to ask any questions. You can pass them on to anyone on the panel, and it'll get back to me as well.
All right. Over to you, Ronke. What's your parting shots this evening?
My parting shot is a bit personal. The first time I sent my kids to Canada, the what is it called? The exchange rate was 150 Canadian dollar to 150 naira to 1 Canadian dollar. Right now it is 590. Parents need a break. Parents need to give themselves a break. Since the students will be learning the same thing that they would go to Canada, they would have gone to Canada to go and learn for that 1 year. Since it will be the same curriculum, since it will be the same advantages in university admission process, since it will be, at a serene place like CKA, I think everybody should run and take advantage of this program. Everybody should run. Everybody wants to save money. You can now use this money towards other things. When they are in the university, save money. Put your child in a place where your child will be taken care of very well. Will not only learn, will not only be part of this Canadian curriculum and all that. Will have strong, good pastoral care. I think it's a win-win situation. I think it is. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Lamikora. You're muted.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. And what I would like to say is that for anybody who would like to be part of this program in City of Knowledge Academy, you will be actually joining a culture of excellence, because our track record, our academic track record for other examinations has always been excellent. And so the same care that we have given to those children who have been able to record 8 stars, 9 A1s in whatever examination that they have sat, it will also be the same with this, with the PVP that we are running in CKA. The same attention that we are giving to the children that are in the lower classes, they would receive as well. And we can be sure, and you can be sure that we will be returning your children to you much, much better than when they came in, at the beginning of the program. So thank you very much, and we look forward to receiving your children. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. It was really an exciting time spent with my speakers and panelists. There you have it. Everything you need to know about studying in Canada here in Nigeria. Studying in Canada, the Nigerian mileage. We talked about the Ontario education or the education number, the OED, which is really very important. Just as an average Canadian student has one, everyone actually running this program in Nigeria also has one, which is an advantage as far as admission into schools. And even this application is concerned, is really very important. And admission is on. At City of Knowledge Academy, for you to actually pick up our application form, contact Elias. As you can see that scrolling on your screen. Elias on 0706 9039 881 and Mr. Bankole on 08075093533. You can also call for a school tour. Can actually contact us to do a school tour to ascertain if all the things we've talked about or we're talking about, if they are real or not. And of course, you can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn, CKA_Prevarsity. And of course, our website, www.ckaintl.com/PVP. I take that again, www.ckaintl.com/PVP. We're open. You can call any of the numbers scrolling on your screen and pick up a form. And of course, like I said, this is just the first of the very many webinars we are going to be hosting here as far as this program is concerned. Just like Ms. Lamikora said, doors are open from January 16th to come in, to join us and be part of this great move to establishing or probably setting a future for yourself. Thank you very much, Laurie, for being a part of this panel. It was great having you around. And we know that as we move on, if we still invite you, you'll make yourself available. Thank you very much, Roke, for also being a part of this wonderful and great panel. It was really quite insightful. And of course, Ms. Lamikora, you're also very special, all the way from Doha in Qatar, reaching out. It was really wonderful having all of you discuss this pressing concern. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much for having us. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
KAI Private School is a grade 1 through 12 Canadian global school accredited by the Ontario Ministry of Education. Our campus is located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, but we make earning an international diploma accessible worldwide by partnering with international schools. We have a completely turnkey solution, which includes proprietary curriculum content, a learning management system, school information system, comprehensive training for partner school staff and teachers, a clear process to ensure ease of delivery, and incredible communication and teamwork with our partner school to ensure we service their staff and students like they are our own. The Ontario Secondary School Diploma is amongst the best curriculum globally, highly rated by prestigious post-secondary institutions, making it an exceptional sought-after education model. Upon completing the OSSD curriculum, students are well prepared for higher education in top universities across the globe. The OSSD is accepted at all universities worldwide and is valued the same as the IB program. The difference being the IB program is geared towards only one learning style, and the OSSD is developed to support all learning styles. KAI partner school students will have access to unlimited live tutoring, top academics including university pathways to computer science, medicine, engineering, design, health sciences, arts and business, many virtual clubs to choose from, guidance and support for university applications, the option to add live lessons to the program, and top educators and phenomenal support. Partner schools may choose to run the OSSD as their only curriculum or add it to their existing choices to give students more opportunities. Every student registered at a KAI partner school is considered a Canadian student and is given an Ontario education number. This allows students to apply to universities in Ontario using the OUAC 101 application. This is a huge advantage. Our students have been accepted at top universities worldwide,